What's up, my people? Welcome back to Vertical Football. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. Manchester United new, Everton won. Guys, a lot of talking points. I think it was bound to happen. If you have been watching our podcast and you look at the last 5 things we learned we did against Nottingham Forest and against Tottenham Hotspur, I complained about this and I said many times that the biggest problem Manchester United faces currently is not even a tactical issue. It's not even a luck issue, as we saw in this game. It's also a luck issue. When your opponent, tries to self-destruct by getting a red card early in the game, what more do you want to ask of in terms of luck? What more? So it's not a tactical issue. It's not a luck issue. It has always been, especially in the last 3 games, inclusive of this one, it has always been a mentality issue. United, the mentality is not there. And I think you can see it today, because sometimes when I mention these things, it looks as if I'm driving on something that doesn't really make sense. But I think today showed it. For example, let me give you 3 examples to show the mentality of the team. First example, we started the game. We're just passing around trying to find space, and we're just like docile in a way, not really getting a grip on the game. All of a sudden, Gueye, that's Idrissa Gueye, he had a record. And when your opponent have the record, what we should expect from the team that has the advantage is that your play becomes more fine-tuned, your aggressiveness shows, your intensity shows, you want to dominate play, you want to have that dominance over your opponent. That's what we should see. But instead, the team that just got the record had more motivation than United. And that's why I think that's to show us that really the red card situation, although it's a physical absence, a physical removal of a player, it's mostly mental. I've had coaches say this many times, that when you get a red card, first of all, deal with it mentally and don't lose it mentally. If you don't lose it mentally, you won't lose it on the pitch. And I think today is a typical example of that. Today proves that theory. Everton, kudos to them, had a red card, but mentally in their mind, they forgot that they had a red card. They played like they were 11. They tapped it around us. And United, that in quote had the advantage, because mentally we did not even take it as a cause of thing that we had one that had the advantage. We now still look like we are the ones that had the red card. Sitting back, they were passing it around us, and they got their goal. Second thing, to show you how it is a mentality issue. After the goal, we started charging. Where was the charging? Where was the intensity? Where was the aggression? Before the goal. Why is it that after they scored, the aggression came? We are not serious. I've been saying it. Yeah, today's game is just different because Everton scored first. This height has been against Nottingham Forest. This height has been against Tottenham Hotspur. And I think one of the dangerous statements, I keep hearing people say it, and I understand where it comes from. But I believe it's one of the most dangerous statements to say, at least we got the 3 points. Football is not just like that. Especially a league is not just like that. Yeah, you can get the 3 points today, but the question you need to ask yourself is, you got the 3 points, no problem. Or you drew against Tottenham, you drew against Nottingham Forest, no problem. But the fact is, did you play well? Were you serious in that game? Because look at it. With mentality in those 2 games, we should have won. With mentality today, Everton was not superb. It's clear, you can see it. But what they had is that guy, the luck was not on their side, though. They had the record. They had a plan, clearly. But what they had and made them to win this game was the mentality. They beat us in that mental battle. They had a record. But instead, it was us that had 11 men that looked as if we had a record. Third one, to prove there's a mentality issue, because let me hammer on this again, is the fact that when the linesman at the end of the second half, end of the game, when he raised 4 minutes at a time, I saw the fastest transition that Manchester United has done in that game. I saw it immediately after. A transition that the defender ultimately now kicked away. I think you saw that. I was like, where is this strength? Where is this speed coming from? United is a small team mentally. This team is a small team mentally, and we need to fix it. In this game, I said it many times. I said it against Nottingham Forest. Let me repeat again. In this game, whenever you get what you don't deserve, be very, very careful. Football doesn't work that way. You have to deserve everything you get. And I felt that We should have lost against Nottingham Forest. We should have lost against Nottingham Hotspur because we are unserious. Not because we're not good, but because we're unserious. But in those two games, let's go salvage something for us. Today the lead goal did not come. And what happened? So it's not just about the 3 points. It's not just about the 1 point. It's not just about the fact that we did not lose. The fact is, did you actually give your best mentally, tactically, and with the help of luck? So, guys, let's move on to talk about a lot of other things. I think we did not have hold on the game, and that was one of the things that pained me. First 10 minutes, analyze the first 10 minutes, we didn't have hold on the game. I was like, okay, we're trying to find space. The next 15 minutes to make it to the first 25 minutes, we didn't have hold on the game. And it's no surprise that they scored us. Even after the red card, we didn't have a hold on the game. I felt today's game, I was furious with Bruno and Casemiro, especially Bruno Fernandes. Especially. I can use one day to analyze all the things that Bruno did wrongly in this game. Decisions on the ball, the long balls. I thought we were done with that, Bruno Fernandes. I thought we were done with that. The mindless long balls. I thought we were done with that. This is a team that needs. I just say Bruno can do better. I want to believe he can do better. I see the decisions Bruno took this game. I can analyze it for a whole day. I'm telling you. I have it here. I can analyze it for a whole day. What he did wrong. Long balls, his ability to take risk, unnecessary risk, to speed up when he should not speed up. Things that are not necessary. Can you please just play it simple? Can you please just allow your team to get their teeth into this game? Another thing about Bruno is that we are losing. Bruno is the way he handles the ball in a losing position. I'm like, Bruno, do you actually know we are one goal down? That we are the one actually losing. Why are you so carefree, trying to do a little bit of flicks and tricks, instead of you to be the one to set the example to your other teammates that we have to be very, very serious on the ball and take decisions. Also, another one about Bruno Fernandes is the fact that for me, I feel that's one of the best chances, if not the best chance in today's game. They cut back from Mason Mount to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno, a boy in the academy knows you should use your left foot to hit it. Why are you trying to flick it? It's crazy. Really, really, really crazy. Really crazy. And I think it was a well-deserved loss. Well-deserved loss. I think we deserve to lose this game. And maybe it will also, it also make us to approach the game better and not being so that mentally weak in games. Not being that mentally weak in games. Other thing I want to talk about, I think the likes of Dogu. It's a terrible performance from Dogu. Terrible performance from Dogu. It looked as if he didn't even want to play the game. It looked as if he didn't want to play the game. When you look at the decisions he took on the ball, off the ball, you'll be like, what is Dogu doing? I think this is a very, very, a well-deserved loss. I think it's a shame, really, if you ask me, in the sense of how that a team that got a record, and the way team that got a record came to beat in your home. It's really, really a shame. Really, really a shame. And I think I want to give credit to Everton. They really deserved. They really deserved it. Really, we cannot take it away from them. They really deserve it. Everton used Old Trafford well. What I expected United to do in terms of tapping quick passes into the spaces and try to dominate and use the width so that they cannot contain because of the width of Old Trafford. Everton did that. They really did that. So the reality is everybody, not just the players, the manager, the coaching staff, the board, everybody needs to sit down and really look at themselves. The mentality is very, very bad. We're too relaxed in games. We're too relaxed. So, guys, these are the few things I want to just talk about this game. Really, 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 really a terrible performance mentally. And I think that we have to improve upon that. So, guys, these are my opinions on Manchester United 0, Everton 1. Shocking result at Old Trafford. As usual, I know you have your own thoughts about the game, so please share it with me in the comment section. Let's discuss further what happened in this game. Thank you for sticking with me. I remember my humble self, Segun. Until I see you next time. Bye.